This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning. This is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 25th of September. I do my disclaimer. I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right, not a lot of movement here yesterday, but we're getting very close, and we're forming a nice-looking double top here. I'm thinking we may well see a retracement, sustained break below 57.35, and that should get us back into about the 56.60 area. That would give us enough movement on the daily chart, assuming that lasts into the end of the day, obviously. But that would give us enough movement on the daily chart to start setting up some daily RSI 5 sell signals, which is what I'd love to see here. We've got NQ, nice looking double top too, RTY. RTY just looks like a bull flag, which is starting to break up. So that's rather on a different track to the others. YM, okay looking double top. DAX hasn't quite too high for a head and shoulders right shoulder and too low to be a double top, and it would be larger in any case. ESTX again would need a bit higher for a double top here. So I'm wondering about a retracement here, and I just want to have a look at, well, let's have a look at the bigger picture. Right, SPX ADP. I've had a look through this, and you can notice all the lines here. When we hit the top line here, I'm drawing the red lines, and I've got the blue lines for the bottoms. The red lines, this is sometimes this starts a retracement, but generally speaking, more or less all of these, if you look at these, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 previous ones on this chart, which only goes back to like late 22. It's a 2-year chart, but here, immediate retracement, here, immediate retracement, here, almost immediate retracement, here, extended retracement and consolidation, here, consolidation with a bit of a retracement, here, went a little bit higher, and then we saw a decent little retracement. Here, consolidation, which lasted 2 or 3 weeks. Here, a little bit of a retracement, then basically consolidation around the same area for another 2 or 3 weeks. Here, consolidation stroke slow retracement. Here, significant high. Here, consolidation that lasted at least a couple of weeks. And we've now got here. So what's the message from here? Well, generally speaking, it's going to lead to a minimum a consolidation which lasts a couple of weeks. So I'm not really expecting to see a great deal higher in the short term. I would say that sometimes, of course, it goes over the line. Twice it's gone over the line. So we saw a little bit of a retracement when we saw the first hit here, and then a larger retracement when we did the second hit on here. We saw a little bit of a retracement, and then we went higher, and then we saw a larger retracement. So here, whatever happens here, we could go a bit higher. We could make a higher high here. It's relatively rare, but it happens. And we'll see how it goes. But at minimum, we should see a couple of weeks retracement. We may well be seeing a larger retracement here. And so those are the level tops that we're seeing forming on SPX and NDX. Those are actually, they're in the game, very much so. We could well see that here. Looking at the daily chart, no current negative divergence on the RSI 5, but it only would have been a weak one anyway. We could well see a pullback, which could move the needle enough to set up a decent RSI 5 sell signal brewing on a return. Looking at the hourly chart, we've now got another. The first 60-minute sell signal failed on the RSI 14. We've got another weakish one brewing. And we will see. We're still on the old RSI 14 sell signal, which hasn't made target yet, but is likely to at some point. Okay, looking at the NDX on the daily charts, again, we're at a level where we could quite easily set up an RSI 5 sell signal with a retracement and a retest. On the hourly chart, on the hourly chart, we've again got a possible weak RSI 14 sell signal brewing. Looking at Dow, Dow on the daily chart, this has been the strongest, so we're looking pretty good on this. This trend line still looking okay. Gone a little higher within it, but still wondering about that as resistance. You can see we've just poked very slightly over it here, but we will see. We've got a weak RSI 14 sell signal fixed on the hourly chart, so we'll see how it goes. Looking at IWM. IWM, we've got on the daily chart, we could easily set up an RSI 5 sell signal, but actually we don't need a retracement for that. If we see the retracement that I'm thinking we might see on the others, then of course that'll carry us down possibly below the level at which we would see an possible RSI 5 sell signal there, because I'd like to see that stay at or above the 50 area on the retracement. On the hourly chart, on the hourly chart, we've still got an RSI 14 sell signal fixed, and that hasn't made target yet. So we've got some negative divergence. We've got some indication from the SPX ADP that we're likely to be seeing a period of retracement. Could go a little higher here, but probably not a lot. A setup here which is strongly suggesting that we'll see a retracement soon, and we've got a possible double top here. So I'm very much wondering about a retracement back into the 5660 area, and a retest and a fail after that could set up a nice topping pattern here short term. So we will see. All right, looking at DX, still got a nice looking double bottom here, still not doing anything, and still might just continue downwards, but we've not got a bad setup for a rally here. We will see. And ZB, we've made the double top target, pretty close to the test of the monthly pivot. Nothing really saying this is about to turn back up, and we do have bigger picture divergence on TNX suggesting this may well go lower. We do have a potential largish double top here. CL, got a possible double top here. If we see a sustained breakdown below this low here in the 69.5 area, I think 69.45, 69.5. That would have a minimum target at a test of about the 67.25 area, and I am wondering whether this is going to turn back down. Now I'm just going to take a moment here. Let's have a look at the energy charts, because of course we've got an interesting day on the NQ chart as well. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, NG chart rather. Okay, WTIC, we've got RSI 5 buy signal reached possible near miss target, and of course we've tested the broken triangle support. This is a very obvious fail area. I'm watching to see whether it can hold on to the daily middle band of support, and I've got that at 70.46. Looking at nat gas, well, look at it. I was saying a few weeks ago that if this was a triangle forming, it was an earlier stage than the oil one, and we'd probably need to go next and see a test of triangle resistance. I haven't moved anything. That is a test of triangle resistance. We may well turn around here. This would be an overall bearish triangle like the oil one was, and we could well be turning down here, and if we were to go and retest this low here at 1.52, it would almost halve. So watching this with great interest here. We had an RSI 5 sell signal fixed. We went straight up through it. Obviously we could set up a sell signal with a bit of a pullback and a retest of this high, but really as long as this trend line resistance is holding, then this is likely to go down. And I've got this as A, B, C, D, if you count it that way, or A, B, C, D, E. I'd be inclined to count it from here, although it's nice to have the trend line from here as well. I'd be inclined to count it from here, and this would be a bearish triangle. We'd come down to this level here in the 2 area, maybe bounce to 2.4, and then fell down into the low at 1.52. Not saying it'll necessarily do that, but at the moment, well, that's looking pretty good. We will see how that goes. Looking at NG. Could be topping out here. Short-term 60-minute sell signal reached the possible near miss target. Obviously, on the futures charts, this looks like a double bottom, but it doesn't look at all like a double bottom on NG. I'm sorry, on the NatGas index chart. So we will see. I'm not really treating this as a double bottom, except in that on the futures it looks like it, and this may be about to fail back into the lows. We will see how that goes on GC. This is crawling higher. 60-minute sell signal is fixed. The last one failed, but if dollar continues down, this is probably going to continue going up. We have a nice looking double top here. We've lost that and gone higher on silver. So keeping an open mind. Rising support is now in about the 31.35 area, and there's no indication really this is about to turn back down. HG has gone higher. So I think this could be an overall bear flag, but at the moment I'm not seeing any trend lines suggesting that it is. I think this might just be a legit breakup. Okay, let's have a look at KC. KC, I think, is heading back into a retest of this high here, 272 area. Should see that pretty soon. SB, 60-minute sell signal is fixed and has reconfirmed. Looking for a bit of retracement here. Bigger picture, I'm looking for higher. CC, leaning towards seeing a retest of this high here. We will see. But short term, this looks a bit like a nested double top, so I'm a bit concerned about a retracement here. CW could well be a head and shoulders forming here. The trend line, the neckline would be across here, and support break would be basically, under 563. Zeke on corn, nice looking double top. We will see how that develops, but it's nice. And this would be double top support right here. But I've been thinking that double top needed a bit more work to do. It's done it. We've gone up and retested the high and gone significantly higher on soy. We don't have a 60-minute sell signal brewing because we lost the divergence. Might see a bit of a retracement here, but I'm not seeing anything on the bigger picture suggesting this is about to turn. Cotton, nice looking little double top here, 60-minute sell signal fixed, sustained break below 73. Would look for about the 72.8 area, I think. It's on live cattle. Live cattle, we've got a move up towards the double bottom target, which I've got in the 186 area. Haven't made it yet. Not seeing anything suggesting we won't. On lumber, lumber is rejecting back up into a retest of the high here at 547.89, I think. And lean hogs still has a potential topping pattern here. Not really making much sense as a double top here. We've gone a little too high for that. Waiting to see how this develops, but this may just continue crawling higher. We will see. All right, let's have a look at questions. NKD, let's have a look. All right. Oh, right, okay, I've got it on that one. Okay, wait a second. Okay, Nikkei. No current negative divergence. Testing the 100 DMA here. I have to say, if we get much higher, I'll be thinking seriously about this getting back up to the daily upper band and possibly retesting this high. We're still well short of that, and I'm still quite liking DAX for a fail here. Which is looking pretty nice. On the bigger picture, on Nikkei, we broke well over the trendline resistance we had here when we broke up into an all-time high. We do have on the monthly chart weak RSI 14 sell signal fixed, RSI 5 sell signal fixed, RSI 14 sell signal fixed on the weekly. Gotta say, I'd be looking for a period of consolidation here. And we are testing the weekly middle band as resistance. I'm not that confident that we're going. I'm doubtful about seeing a lot of upside on here in the next few months. So I think we had a very nice run, and we're going to be digesting that for a while. We'll see how that goes. I don't have a clear bull flag here, and I'm leaning towards the short side just because we're at a possible inflection point here on equities, and it looks increasingly as though we might see a turn back down here. This isn't a bad setup for a turn back down on Nikkei. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap. Let's go through ES again quickly. ES, nice looking potential level top here, thinking maybe a little higher, retest this high, full retest this high, and then I'd love to see a retracement back to 56.60 area, and I think we may well get that. After that, I'd be looking ideally for a retest of the high and then a larger retracement, and then we would see what was what. So is there enough juice for a really big retracement here? Well, I don't know. The slower this happens, the less mileage there would be for a low in October. But I am thinking a period of consolidation here. I'm thinking retest, head down 56.60, retest the high, then we see what happens there. But we could then see a larger double top, which then could potentially get us back into the 55.20, 55.30 area, and then we would see what happened from there. Do we have a potential larger double top here? Yes, we do. Do we have a trigger for that actually deliver anything? I don't know, maybe. But I think as far as I'm concerned, the Fed gave the market everything they wanted. So I'm a little doubtful. And the longer we trade sideways into October, the less likely it is we'll see a sizable retracement into an October low. And the market has liked October lows lately. We will see. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap, guys. I'll have everything posted as soon as possible. I'll catch you guys later.